Hey everybody, this is Northern Life. We are halfway through the week already, and thank you for joining all three of us today. You know what we haven't gotten in a while?
What?
A little happy hump day from Hunter.
Let's go! Oh, we should have looked back. I'm sure there's got to be a post on Facebook from 10 years ago or whatever when I was making those hump day posts. I don't know what it is. It's some dumb information, though, that I posted 10 years ago.
10 years ago or last week.
That's true.
I'm
Same thing. Same thing. Any
Seriously.
inspirational quotes for the folks at home today, Hunter, to get them through their work week?
You know what? Try as hard as you can, but don't overexert yourself.
Oh.
You know, there's a point where you have to stop and be content with what you're doing.
Wow, right off the top of his head, too.
There
That
you
was
go.
amazing.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to live by
Get me
that.
through my
today.
week.
Oh, well, hey, coming up on today's show, we're back with another Does It Work product. Rachel tries out a makeup device that has 4 different tools, all just in one small pen.
And then we're going to get to our viewer mail, including our viewer comments, messages, even a gift that was dropped off at the station, and I believe our very first viewer video.
Is it food related?
It is not food related. Wait, the gift or the video?
Well, either or.
No.
Neither one, I don't
Okay.
think.
Either way. I think there was a comment about food,
Sure.
but that's for later.
Oh, we'll take that.
But first, we have some housekeeping items to get to first for tomorrow and Friday show. So our Thursday, Friday here, we're not going to be on at 12:30, so a little disappointing there, but that's because we're going to be taken over by French Open tennis, a little Novak Djokovic for the kids at home. However, I believe it does sound like we will have new
Work.
Yeah,
Briggs sent me the email. Briggs goes, hey, no 12:30 show on Thursday or Friday. I'm like, what? No 12:30? Oh, there's a 6:30.
There's still
Yeah.
6:30.
Right.
Yeah,
That's all right.
got to keep those 6:30 viewers happy.
Yeah,
They're gonna
amen.
be, if you watch us religiously at 6:30, you're going to be seeing the brand new episode. So you're not going to be watching a rerun.
Fresh
Yes.
stuff.
I like it.
Very nice. This week marks the end of an era on Northern News Now. Pat Sajak is taking his last spin at the wheel. The final episode for Wheel of Fortune's longtime game show host is set to air this Friday. Last summer, the 77-year-old announced he would retire after 41 seasons. That's just incredible. Very, very long run there. 49-year-old Ryan Seacrest is set to take over the wheel as host. That's going to be coming up in September. Seacrest will be working on alongside Vanna White, so she's not going anywhere. Should be fun to see Ryan Seacrest step into that role. He's certainly, he's all over the place.
He is.
I really enjoyed when I used to watch American Idol back in the way day, and he was kind of like the reporter in the line interviewing the people coming to audition.
Mm-hmm.
Fun guy.
Hearing Seacrest is almost 50 years old makes me
Really?
feel, makes me feel a little bit
49.
older.
I did just say that.
Yeah. Really?
It didn't register though, yeah.
It's so yesterday we were talking about the Justin Jefferson extension too for the Vikings, but later on in that story too, it said Vanna White extended through 25-26, so I believe she'll be rocking on Wheel of Fortune for a couple more years to come.
Making some bank.
Yeah,
They've earned it,
yeah.
that's for sure. I'll tell you what, Pat Sajak's so iconic in everybody's living room. It's actually been my dreams for like the past 5 years to host Wheel of Fortune someday.
Maybe we should make that happen.
I think that'd be awesome. And did you know that Pat Sajak started off way back when as a weatherman?
I did not know
He was a
that.
weatherman, and he was
Wow.
doing like wacky stuff on there, and that's kind of how he got noticed and got to try out for Wheel of Fortune.
Well,
I
that
believe
could
it's
be
coming
you.
back. So I know, right?
Yeah.
I gotta start doing more wacky stuff on there.
More wacky?
Maybe I'll
thought
tame
we
it
were
back a
pretty
little.
wacky at this point. I'm just kidding. But good that they are keeping Vanna White, though, because it's nice, not to have 2 brand new faces on the show. I'm
Yes.
sure they were like,
Yeah.
if Vanna can stay a little while longer before she wants to probably inevitably retire
Right.
and take a little rest after so many years. So
Are you guys good at Wheel of Fortune?
no.
No.
It's hard.
Very bad.
It's really
My
hard.
Uncle Bob loves Wheel of Fortune. Also, I remember back in the day for American Idol, Ryan Seacrest was like co-host with another guy, and he beat out that other guy for the job. So
Really?
Yeah, all these years later.
Interesting.
Fun facts on this Wednesday. Well, I was scrolling on Facebook, and an article came across my feed from one of our Northland country radio stations. A very thought-provoking question. What would you miss the most other than friends and family if you moved away from the great state of Minnesota?
Wow.
That is tough.
I'll say my sports teams, or like beginning to go to any of the sports arenas, like Target Field. I love going to Target Field. Target Center holds a lot of memories for me. Even US Bank Stadium now. I would certainly miss going to those places.
I think I would just miss the calm nature of just the Midwest in general. If I had to move outside the Midwest, I feel like there's a lot of hustle and bustle when you go other places. My brother used to live in Boston. I was stressed, just like constantly stressed, because there's so much going on. I mean, Minneapolis can get a little that way too when you're down there. But
yeah, my sister lived in Boston. She said it was like crazy traffic every single day.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Everyone angry probably all the time. I don't like that. But Minnesota, like I said, everyone's pretty darn nice here around these parts anyway. The landscape, of course, I would miss all the lakes and going, like I've always said about Duluth, going 10 miles any direction and you're in the woods. I just love that about this state and about this area especially.
Yeah, I think I could also live in Wisconsin, but I think like Minnesota or Wisconsin are like my only two states that I would actually like really want to live in.
Yeah,
Sure.
Well, UP.
UP too, yeah, UP too. You know, that little chunk of Michigan, but then you're getting kind of far away,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true, that's true.
from coming back home. So, yeah. Well.
Not the lower.
Not the
No,
lowest.
no,
Just
UP is good.
just
Thumbs up to the UP.
I
yeah.
wanted to share some love to the UP
Thank you.
viewers out there.
Yeah. We love the UP.
Yeah, we
Well, it's a situation that many travelers may struggle with on airplanes. Is it okay to recline your seat, or is that just plain rude? According to etiquette coach Tammy Clater, reclining your seat and interfering with someone else's comfort violates the basic principles of etiquette. Also, if you have a short flight, it's best to keep your seat upright. But if you're taller, have back problems, or you're on a longer flight, that's when it's more acceptable to recline. I recline on any flights, Minneapolis to Duluth.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll recline on them all.
How far back?
I just, you know, I'll maybe take a gander, see who's behind me, see who I'm messing with.
Wow.
I just a little bit recline.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you also have like the hair in the face of the person behind you?
No.
Throwing
don't go that
crumbs
far.
and stuff back there.
On our flight to Hawaii recently, we had a little kid behind us kicking, and I was like, okay, that was bad.
Yeah,
That's tough.
Kick them off the flight. Maybe not.
Coming up, we are sharing a gift from a viewer. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. A big thanks to all of you watching at home for continuing to join us here on Northern Life. We love hearing from you, and we're happy to have a ton of comments and messages to share today. That's always fun. So we're going to start with Rosemary, who says, I enjoy all three of you. Very fun watching. Actually, I added very fun. She just said fun.
Oh,
I know.
I'm sure she meant to say very.
That's cool.
I'm sure we're super duper fun, yeah. And we also have Sharon, who told us on YouTube, I love your show, and I'm so excited to see the three of you doing it. Thank you, Sharon. Very sweet. Then we have Alice commenting, it is so nice to take a break and just sit back and enjoy, have a few laughs, keep doing what you guys are doing.
We love it. We love the feedback. We love hearing that we kind of resonate with people, and that's our biggest goal, you know, being the common folk.
And also, while we have our stresses of our jobs and maybe of our lives, the fact, like, you know, walking into the studio here and having Seth behind the camera too, just knowing that the whole group is together, always kind of a nice break in our day for ourselves. And so the fact it's a break for you all out there, pretty special too.
Reminds us to not take life too seriously.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Good point.
Good point. Hey, in the mail yesterday, we got a package from Brad in Hayward, Wisconsin. Shout out Hayward, Wisconsin. And guess what? We were talking about this too during the commercial break. I never would have thought that the most talked about item on our show would probably be regarding horses and types of horses.
Seriously?
Mini horses,
So-
what have you, yeah.
Taking a life of its own.
Brad from Hayward got us a horse from Amazon. So
And how cute is he?
It's super cute. And actually, he or she makes noises. You're supposed to get the batteries, but I don't have a screwdriver yet, so I got to find that. But Brad says, "Giddy up! Hope you can handle this wild stallion. You three bring me so much joy. Thank you. Keep up the great job."
And then here he goes. He's galloping away until we get the batteries.
I tell you.
He goes backwards.
So we were talking about how many hands is that? Is that one? That's about two.
He's a mini horse.
Yeah,
He's a mini horse.
It depends. We'll have to get the experts back on to talk about it.
Yep.
Well, man, thank you,
Yeah,
Brad. This is
thanks,
so
Brad.
sweet. We were
Very
wondering
nice.
what was going to be in the package, and this is not what we would have
Yeah,
guessed.
I
But
was
we
trying-
appreciate him. He's so
Yeah,
cute.
we were trying to feel it out. We're like, what's going to be in this package?
Heck is this thing? Yeah.
Cute horse.
Very
We
awesome.
love it. Well, we also have a video from our viewer, Kevin. He sent us this saying, would not want to be anywhere else except inside watching Northern Life on digital TV. Meanwhile, Kevin and his wife, Liz, are celebrating 44 years of marriage this month. A huge congrats, you guys. That's just incredible. They have 3 kids and 6 grandchildren.
Nice.
That's
So-
awesome.
44 years of marriage.
Congratulations.
How about that?
Did they win that fireplace from us by chance? It looks like one of our fireplaces that we give away.
Was it a solo stove?
I think it was.
I like
Cute.
solo
That
stoves.
is a nice Northern Life setup they have.
Yeah.
Just a beautiful, what I assume is the backyard there.
Beautiful
Gorgeous.
backyard.
Quintessential Northern Life right there. Every
Yeah.
piece of that image right there. It's beautiful.
Living it.
Yep.
Big congrats to you too. We also got another video in the past week, but it involves our viewer Mary asking, would we try any of these out. I believe they're amusement park rides.
Oh.
So we got a gorilla. This is
No.
sped up though, so it's not necessarily that
Oh my
fast.
God.
But still kind of scary. We got the gorilla. We got the like kind of a corkscrew type twister coaster. Also kind of scary. And then one of the big, that thing reminds me of I don't think they have it at the state fair anymore. Maybe they do like the big slingshot looking things.
I don't think I could do any of those.
Really?
To be honest with you. Yeah, as I've gotten older, I've developed more of a fear for rides. I really, truly have.
You appreciate being on the ground in life a little more.
Yes.
Especially ones that are being twisted around by a massive gorilla like that.
Yeah.
So I'll stay back.
A little
from that.
terrified.
Did you guys like roller coasters?
Love roller coasters. What's weird is I hate airplanes. I hate heights. I love roller coasters.
Ooh,
Love
that's
everything.
weird, Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like high roller coasters as a kid, but I think as an adult now I could really like them again.
Let's take a trip to Valley Fair or something like that sometime in the
That'd
near
be fun.
future. Briggs can watch us go on big roller coasters.
Yeah.
We're gonna find a big gorilla
I'll go on like the merry-go-round or something. That's a little more my
closer to the ground.
We got this Facebook message from Cindy telling us, okay, you guys, still waiting on when the Northern Life apparel is going to be available. Sorry, Cindy, we've been slacking.
We need a meeting on that or something.
Yeah.
Someday, are we still, hopefully someday, organizing like a meet and greet sort of thing?
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
really cool.
Well-
and then we'll get some shirts or something and we can hand them out
Yeah,
there
there
or
you
something
go.
like that.
Here's the thing. I think we'll be up in Virginia on not this Friday, but next Friday.
true.
We'll do the show
14th, yeah.
live, and I'm sure we could make a little post about where we'll be.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure people could just meet us kind of nearby where we're kind of set up.
We could buy blank white coffee cups and just write Northern Life on them and start
Sign
handing
them.
them out.
Sharpie
Yeah.
or something?
There we go.
Oh, very cool.
Wouldn't be the worst idea.
It's not going to be
we've
the
had.
neatest thing in the world.
Talking about horses while we're there.
That'd be $20, please.
After we built our Lego friend during this week's team building exercises with Stacy from Clearwater Coaching and Wellness, Luann showing some love to Melvin, saying, I love Melvin.
Melvin really was adorable.
Melvin's up on my desk. I gotta get Melvin over on the counter over there. Maybe Melvin and we gotta name our horsey over here.
Yeah. Marvin. How about Marvin and Melvin?
Melvin and Marvin. Marvin, the little horse pony, miniature horse.
Make him neigh again, Briggs.
Yeah, I will. I'm sure that's just as good or better, if not better than the real thing when we put the batteries in.
Marvin might just be a staple on the desk for now.
There we go.
He could react to all of our stuff and nay if he likes it, or just, I don't know what he would do if he didn't like it, but whatever. Anyway, Jen sent us this statement for Hunter telling him, Hunter, I reckon you and Colton should try out for The Voice. Not a bad idea.
Oh
She
my
says,
gosh.
I think you both are awesome.
Jen, that's very sweet of you, definitely. Is there an age cutoff? I know there's an age cutoff for American Idol.
Oh.
I think it's 28, I believe. But I don't
really?
know about the other thing. Well, I'll have to see, maybe someday.
We'll have to see. Coming up, we have your Does It Work after the break.
Listen, folks, we all hate bulky beauty products, but what if I told you there's a makeup pen out there that is tiny, purse-approved for easy touch-ups when you're out and about?
Yeah, all you have to do is click, swipe, and blend. Rachel Hackbarth puts it to the test for this week's Does It Work?
This looks like something you might have used as a child, but it's actually a makeup pin by Alley-oop. For $20, this is advertised as a grab-and-go device that's easy to store. This one pin holds eyeliner, lip liner, a brow pencil, and highlighter. We're testing this out with makeup artist Sarah Allen.
It looks like a little kid pin that my kids would bring home from school.
There isn't much to the instructions, only a couple of steps.
Click down on the pin shade you want to use. Twist the center of the pin to dispense more of that shade.
This makeup artist first wants to see how well the lip liner works.
How does it feel? Does it feel like a good quality lip liner?
It honestly does. It's pretty smooth. I feel like I need a little bit more product though.
The makers claim their products are highly pigmented. Sarah does not think this particular shade of lip liner lives up to that claim, but as for the highlighter,
I do like that. That's pretty. It definitely brightened the inner corner. It would be easier for a lot of people to use.
the highlighter works, but Sarah thinks these two eye products work even better.
Definitely is working though. It's definitely going on. I can tell a difference.
Our tester says the Alley-oop makeup pen does have a smooth application, is easy to use, and most of the product is very colorful, just as advertised.
I do. I like it. This is something that I definitely would have on hand and recommend to clients for a convenience factor to make it quick and easy on the go.
For Does It Work, I'm Rachel Hackbarth.
Go ahead. I'd love to hear what you have to think, Hunter.
It sounds like it
Makeup
works.
expert.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it sounds like it works. I would get it if I wore makeup for sure. And did you ever have those pens in
Yeah.
high school?
Yes.
I would try
So
to
cool.
shove all 4 of them down at the same time, and I'd end up breaking the pen.
Yeah.
So I would end up breaking that in a heartbeat. 100%.
And then you would get like the eyeliner and the highlighter all on the same swipe. So maybe that's just efficiency. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. It would end up being all over my shirt too. It wouldn't be good.
I feel like you're going to get one of those. You're going to say, oh, I got this thing down, but well, truly you have the other one down accidentally. That'd be tough news.
That could be.
It'd be tough news. $20, worth a try.
Yeah.
Hey, big news from the Cola Wars front. Pepsi, no longer the second biggest soda brand behind Coke. That honor now going to Dr. Pepper, who overtakes Pepsi as the number 2 soda in the U.S., according to sales data from Beverage Digest. Industry experts say Dr. Pepper has been inching upwards for years, while Pepsi trending down.
What can I say? It's those 56 herbs and spices that are keeping it going.
It's 23.
Is it 23? And it's just spices? I don't think it's herbs either.
97.
97
I'm pretty
herbs?
sure there's no herbs in Dr. Pepper.
It's just spices. I'll tell you what,
Got some cilantro in there?
the only soda in my fridge right now, Dr. Pepper and Sunkist.
Wow.
No Diet Coke, no Diet Pepsi, which I usually have as well, but I love Dr. Pepper. It's so good.
It is good. Speaking of Sunkist, to coincide with this Dr. Pepper news, we're going to share a final viewer comment from Sherry. She says, Hunter, your Sunkist and Cheez-Its sounds worse than Dr. Pepper and pickles. Do you put the cheese? I might have missed this conversation. Do you put the Cheez-Its in the Sunkist, or do you just eat them at the same time?
You didn't miss much. What you do is you put the Cheez-It in, you crunch it up a little bit, you put the Sunkist in, and it forms like this paste, which is kind of gross. But it tastes amazing, in my opinion, and I've done it since I was like 4 years old. So.
And it's just because they're both orange, or
Yeah, they're both orange, and I used to drink Sunkist and eat Cheez-Its a lot, and I discovered it by accident. It's like plutonium.
Tasty paste.
Just like plutonium. Well, after the break, we're getting ready for more Grandma's Marathon training tips tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Ryan and Briggs here continue their chat with athletic trainer Christina Nisler from Essentia Health as we inch closer to Grandma's Marathon weekend. We'll get answers on how you can best prepare your body in whatever weather we'll be experiencing on that race day. Always sometimes a little bit cooler, a little bit rainier, right, Briggs? Do you ever have some mist while it's kind of running out
Oh
there?
yeah, all the time. And the worst part is when it's like cold and like misty in the morning, but then by the time you reach the finish line, it's like hot.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So then you just have all the conditions, and what do you wear?
what do you wear?
Well, Christina's going to tell us. She's got some good advice.
There we go.
Yeah, great tips too. Hey, before we go, in Fort Wayne, Indiana, a woman has been reunited with her emotional support dog after 2 years apart. So it turns out Loki the dog here initially disappeared when a friend was watching him while the owner was out of town, and shelter staff found the pooch wandering in a neighborhood after being cared by someone else for all these years, it sounds like, and a microchip connected them back to the owner. So these sweet images show you just how important a microchip in your pet can be.
So
That
sweet.
is so cute. Harry definitely has a microchip, and I would be scanning. I would be asking for people to scan him.
Like a
Scan that
grocery
boy.
item.
Yeah. My boy, right there.
Good boy.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna see you right back here tomorrow. Have a great Wednesday.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.